So one of the cool things that we're going to do ahead of time, I'm going to open up my chords tab, is that we're going to attach a sidechain from our beat. So as you recall, the beat kick number 2 hits on every 4 bars. That's perfect for this chords tab. So I'll go back to it. Those colors really do help with the mix. So go to sidechain, select from the audio input source, make sure sidechain is turned on, put it to beat, and you want to take your kick 1 pre. Post if you want it to hit more, but I like pre. Set it to this top left filter type. We'll go 705 Hz is the sweet spot when it comes to sidechaining for kicks. Well, that's the sweet spot I found. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to right click, show automation in new lane. And now that we have that option, I'm going to basically turn it on by doing Command B for the marker, or Control B if you work on a PC, and just throw this on. I'm going to zoom out, and for all the other parts, except for the chorus and the main, we're going to just take that off. So what this does is that every time the kick hits, it's going to basically pump our chords tab. So let's see how this sounds. One more thing, I forgot to bring down the threshold so that way you can notice the difference. I'm going to bring up my attack to probably about 40 milliseconds, so 0.40. And for the release, I'm going to bring that down to probably about 15 or so milliseconds. And the ratio, that's fine. I can hear this synth pump as it starts to kick. So let's see how this sounds with the mix now. It will start to make more sense in day 7. In day 6, I noticed that, well, actually in day 5, I noticed that I talked about a lot of the things I would be doing in day 6. A lot of the things that I would be doing in day 6 actually just incorporates a lot of the filter removing. When we do this, it gives us a little bit more freedom into arranging the parts and sitting where they need to be, instead of adding more elements that muddy up the mix even more and give ourselves a little bit more of a headache. So it's better to really filter everything out first, then get into the mix and variation later. So that's what I'm doing. So now we should go into the sub, and I don't know if you could hear those subtle changes in the background, but they were pretty good. But I want to make a different variation. So for this final sub variation, I'm just going to highlight all of the automation and press delete. Now give us a clean line. And so what I'm going to do is, instead of like 20 to 30 Hertz, I'm going to take this to 20 to about 59 or even 60 Hertz. The reason why I always subtract one frequency from the frequency that we removed before in beat, 60 Hertz. The reason why I like to choose 59 Hertz is because just for that little gap, to give it a little bit of a breath, you can actually expand the sound more with widening techniques. Oh, one last thing for the chords tab. We're going to go onto our chorus, and basically what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a variation and see what sounds good with the chorus. I'm pretty sure the chords tab and the chorus do need to go together. I have it written down in my notes. That's not true. I'm reading off of a blank page, but whatever. Okay, so what I basically did is that I took my high pass up to 15 kilohertz. I took the amount of the delay down to 0.01 milliseconds, so that way there's no delay on the high pass delay. And I turned it to fixed mode because it modifies the sound harmonics instead of trying to change which way the signal hits at which time. So there's no delay on the chorus, it just kind of modifies and muddies up the sound, which is something that's useful for chord stab. So I basically did a multiplier times 20. I set the rate to 0.03, as low as it could go. Turned up the feedback to 60% and then dry wet to 100%, and that gave us our kind of metallic sound. One more thing that's probably really important to notice is that it's on a positive polarity. Watch what happens when you set it to a negative polarity. It kind of gives it more of a minor tone. So we're going for a little bit of positivity in this. So set it to positive. So we're going to work on our sub now. So what I'm going to do is draw new automation line as this goes. I'm going to set this to probably about 50 hertz here and there, and then about 59 hertz, and then about 40 and 20. You'll see what I mean. I noticed there's a lot of clicking, so I'm going to take the envelope attack and probably about 0.7 milliseconds should work. There's still some clipping, so I'm going to take that even further. Just adjust it until we can't hear the clicking anymore. So about 0.8 for the initial click. The reason why it keeps clipping is because the release isn't much further. So let's adjust that now. So there's one other side to the clipping, and that is the note keeps starting over and over again. So if you want to erase that, just join all these clips together with Command J. Go inside of here and just click on the C3 note and just drag that across. So now we should have a better sub. So that's pretty cool. One other dynamic to throw in with the sub is to throw in a auto filter. And just take this down to about 60 hertz. Once again, we only want the lows for this. 60 is going to be our breaking point. There's no need to throw on a compressor. This is just a raw oscillator, and it's at 0 decibels. So if you want to bring it up, you can. Hey everyone, thanks for watching part 2. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more. They're gonna be coming out more often. I feel like pushing myself when it comes to these videos and some other stuff. Anyways, if you want to get at me, you can get at my SoundCloud, my Tumblr, even my Twitter, and my email if you want to say a shout out or whatever. Anyways, yeah, have like a super fantastic awesome day. And as always, thanks for watching, man, or dude, or whomever. you know? Thanks.